Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. Mike. Today is the 19th, Thursday, I think. Oh, wait a minute, let's get a message. Hold on. Today's Thursday. Hold on. Okay. I hope that sister and brother Waters would come on today. I sent them a link. Oh man, this is my first time working this stuff on StreamYard, so yeah, this is like kindergarten start over, head start or whatever, trying to get used to this stuff. But yes, shalom, brother Dylan. It's nice to have you in today, brother. You got a whole lot going on in Babylon's world. It's like they got so many different angles coming in on them. I appreciate that, brother Dylan. You got a lot of things, and you know they got a lot of different things coming upon them. It would appear all at one time. That's what it would appear. It would appear to look like. I mean, appear, but it is. And a lot of this, all of the stuff that they have put out over the hundreds of years, over the hundreds of years. I think it was 1776 when the phrase the United States, I think it was 1776. I could be wrong, but truthfully, their time here has been short. If you want to compare it to all the other nations, it's relatively short. But it's like let's call it the shortest kingdom. Of course, I mean, what? Shalom, brother Ricky. They their rule has been very demonic. Shalom, Sister Monica. It has been demonic. It's been demonic, and they're getting it back. Did not the Most High say double should be added to her? And I mean, they got some common sense questions that they flat out cannot answer off the top. They cannot answer it. And then because they used to lying. And something you just flat out cannot get a lie out of. And they're at that point. It's like they're dazed and confused. Somebody gave them a right punch to the temple, came back with a left. They still, it's like they dazed. They're trying to figure out where they're at and where they're going. But this is is what they got going on. You know what? Hold on, just a minute. Okay. Boom. Hold on, brothers. I have to look at something real quick. Oh no, that's not it. But no matter what goes on, brothers and sisters, truthfully, we still got to be about our business. Life does not stop because there's a judgment of a nation. That ain't in our business. The most I said what he's going to do to these nations. That's that. Did the nations help us out when we started our discipline? Did the nations help us out when we were being disciplined? No, they came in, they stomped a hole in us. That's the time the nations got rich. It was all our labor, our blood, and including the blood that was spilled. That's what they did. And our judgment started with, Jacob's trouble. What was it, Jeremiah chapter 30? Jeremiah's trouble. Yeah, Jeremiah. Jacob's trouble. Yeah, we started then. That's right. We started from that point going forward, not knowing that that 400 years prophecy was also included within Jacob's trouble. And then on top of that, you add in the days of Lot, the days of Noah, the last days, all came in under our discipline era. From 70 CE up to at least 2019. Because the most after those 400 years, he's going to judge the nation. Are we not seeing a judging of the nation right now, brothers? Are we not seeing a judging of some nations, not just one, but there's one nation in particular that the Most High said He's going to judge? Did they not take so I ain't gonna say artifacts, but they took things away from Egypt. They took their the blueprint, as you may say, of Egypt in 80. Instead of them calling it Egypt, they called it the United States of America. That's what they called it. Have the same colors, red, white, and blue. Have that little tall. I always forget the name of that building. Or I don't forget it, it's just like on the tip of my tongue. But and then the same image is also in Egypt. Everything, it would seem that this country, they're mimicking everything about Egypt. Shalom, Brother Dave. Brother, I'm glad you made it in. Everything that they are mimicking is from Egypt, even down to all these different types of gods. But now, the majority of their gods are digital. Everything is like digital to electronic. Think about that. This nation in the world, everything is built on a digital technology. This is what it's not necessarily just the physical, when it's like paper dollar or something like that. I was watching Awakening Remnant. I was watching that brother earlier today, and he was talking about his little. I call it a watch. I'm quite sure they call it something else, but it's like it's tied to his cell phone. And he said he was driving, right? And the watch would tell him that he'd been sitting too long, that he needed to take some steps. See now, and it may sound funny to some other brothers and sisters, but I knew what that brother was getting at. I know exactly what he was getting at. See, these things, these electronic, they tell you this here. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. Some of the technology, it would appear to be on point. All right, fine. But that's how it starts. It starts with the little small details. Some things that you may not look at. Oh, and things I've been sitting too long. Well, you know, my legs do feel restless. So you get up and you walk. You've been obedient to a technology. That's what you're doing. You're being obedient. All this thing, looking out for the well. This watch is great. Saying I've been sitting too long. Oh, let me get up. And you walk around and you feel a little bit better. Next thing you know, they keep on going. You probably need to drink some prune juice. The watch is detecting, hey, you haven't released in a couple of days. Drink prune juice. So you go drink you some prune. You got a doctor on your right hand. Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. Now you got this electronic things telling you this here. I mean, now they got everything now. You don't have to go to the hospital and say you want to do an EKG. That little device costs $99 now. 2 fingers. Lay it down on it, and they give you everything about it. Technology. Everything is digital. That's his brother, a friend of mine, very, very good friend of mine. And he installs electronic equipment, for the hospitals and doctors. Instead of people going to the doctor, you stay at home in front of your computer. And they will do they will check your blood pressure from your home, check your sugar levels from your home. As long as that machine is there and it's connected to an internet, the doctor, he'll let you know, all right, look here, your blood pressure is kind of high. We're going to ask you to come on in to the doctor. We're going to make an appointment for tomorrow. This digital era, brothers. And I'm not complaining about that, because that's you can see benefits out of it. But it's the benefits that we get used to, and then there's some other thing that can come right along with it. Now, do you all know that we got brothers and sisters around here with that has a pacemaker. Brothers, they got the pacemakers out there right now. There's pacemakers out there that's electronically connected to the hospital that put it in. And those doctors, they can see how your pacemaker is functioning. They can see that now. It's out there. I know one brother, he has it. Unfortunately, he didn't have to have it in the beginning until he took that he took the lollipop, and that's when he ended up having to have that pacemaker. Yeah. Wow. Okay. The thing about it is, and I'm not trying to say this. I don't want to offend no one, and I don't want nobody to get paranoid about this or scared about it. But when somebody can look at your heart, or the machine that's beating as your heart, I have a problem with that. It's too much power. There's too much power. Way too much power. Because I don't know what your mind is set upon. You could be that type of person who don't like my skin tone. You can be that power, and all it takes is a stroke of a key. Yeah. Turn that bad book off. I seen a brother. When I was Jehovah's Witness, I was at Kingdom Hall, and I knew his wife. I didn't too much know him. I knew his wife. We grew up together, and he had a pacemaker. Now, for you all that do not know about this machine, if your heart start beating, that thing shocks you. Ooh, that brother was up there giving that talk, and he said, "Oh, I almost peed on myself. Good night." And then he caught himself, and he raised his hand up and all that, so he was letting him know, he's okay. Ooh, let me tell you something. I am not a punk. I am not. But that was one time. I'm about to run out the doors. I was absolutely shocked. And he said, "Oh," and so after he gave his talk and everything, the meeting's over with. So we talking. I'm like, "Man, what's going on?" "Oh yeah, man, my pacemaker does that when my heart stops beating." Okay, woo, brothers. There are some advantages to it, to technology, and there's some things that can be flat out kind of worrisome. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. Um, he we was taught that the laws was done away with, right? We was taught that. Um, and it cost us. It cost us. The fact that one, we didn't know who we were. It cost us. The Most High did not oh, the Most High, he did not shy away from it. It cost us. Yes, it did. It cost us. I've seen a lot. Um, it cost us. Yeah, I seen brothers, due to the fact that we was one, unaware of our true history, and we suffered for it. Some of and our family members. I know my father. He had a massive heart attack, massive. Um, and we ate everything, brothers. We ate everything. We ate everything, especially pork, because we didn't know that one. But you know what? Even though we did not know, the Most High he still put it into the hearts of these doctors to tell us you need to cut back on eating all that pork. That was like the number one thing when it came to black people and their health was pork. You think the doctors are speaking out of their own, just their own experience? The Most High put it in there. He put that in them for them to let you know, hey, you need to cut back on that pork. Matter of fact, if you can't just cut it all out all together. He was letting us know that those laws was not done away with. But we suffered. We we suffered a lot of sicknesses, a lot of heart attacks and strokes was like dominant for us because we was eating something that was killing us. That we gave off the illusion it was tasting good. When you look at a Red Lobster commercial, look, I don't think they have no more. I don't know, but it's always us. It was us breaking over a lobster, when all the oils flapping and thing. And everybody, and when I was in Chicago, everybody said, I want to go to Red Lobster, I want to go to Red Lobster. No, don't get me wrong, but I went there too. I did. But I can tell you, when you wake up, you look back at yourself, you're like, nigga, please, I did all this dumb stuff. Did not the Most High said that we was going to look back at our lives and we were like shake our head and discuss, and it's happening, brothers. How many of you brothers and sisters out there? How many of you? Give me a one that you all was like, what's the word? Eating things that you did not know you didn't supposed to eat. I'm quite sure a lot of us is that way. We was out there doing some of everything. No. Let's not even mention catfish. Ooh, yeah, I should have known. Yes, we were. Because I tell you, when you look back at that stuff, you start to get mad at yourself. You get upset at yourself. And now I was looking at when I told my mother, I said, no. I said, I can't do this. I said, because there's no scripture and there's no scripture that you can show me. Not saying that she was what she did. She went to who was that? Peter had the dream of all these types of animals and stuff, and it took that all that food was good to consume. And I was like, at that time, I didn't too much understand it, but I reasoned this way. My reason was this: the law's not done away with, and the Most High don't make mistakes. So now, if you go back into the laws, and he said this is your dietary law, and so when you get down to what they call the New Testament, to which they brought in a division of our family book, and it worked, that these laws are done away with, and it will give off the appearance that it has been done away with, but it has not. Now, when you start to understand the scripture, you come to find that has nothing to do with the dietary laws. Nothing. This is where it comes right back to us minding our own business. Off the top, from your diet to your family life to your employment status, all of this boils down to you and us minding our own business. Because we seen how they came in and taught us their business. Oh yes, we do, brother. What you talking about? When you went with this awakening, with this awakening, I tell you, it is it makes me mad. I mean, I ain't gonna say make me mad, but okay. And kind of bring in a measure of disgust because I know after the Passover, me and my friends, I'm older, teenager. We get together, we go out eating all unclean foods. Now, mind you, we just passing the wine and the bread and everything for the Passover, and then you leave, and after that's over with, you leave and you go feast on some unclean foods. And I think about that stuff. I think about all of that. Sis, let me tell you something. And on top of that, I'm a, I'm a this brother, because he used to make. I mean, it had me upset. And then these stores that are owned by the Rev 29 and 39 people, they sell pork, and it's always in our neighborhoods. So I was saying, it's a shame. These people call themselves trying to take on trying to bogart our covenant. That's what they do when it's all over said and done. That's what it boils down to being. But then at the same time, sell us unclean foods. Now, I always thought it was a disgust, which truthfully, yes, it is. But guess what? I'm going to get this scripture because the brother read it to me. I did not know that the Most High said we can sell that to the Gentiles. I was absolutely just floored. Bro, show me that scripture. I wish wish he was here. But I'm going to get that scripture, brother, and I'm going to read it to you. I was absolutely just floored. The Most High said, no, but you can sell it to the Gentiles. Oh, what the scripture said, heathen. I could not believe it. But now this is the dangerous thing, though, for people that's calling themselves us. For them to sell it to us, they stepped into they stepped into a judgment that they will not be able to handle. Jeremiah chapter 12. Oh yes, they stepped into something They will not. They're not going to be able to hold that. That judgment, they just can't do it. They cannot do that. It's done. Period. It all boils down to us minding our business. And brother, when I say minding our business, we got to keep it moving. We got to still continue to do business on this continent. We got to push ahead. Why do you think the Most High is out here telling us, look, I know what you got going on, but I need for you to keep moving forward. I know exactly what I'm doing. If you sit here telling me, brothers and sisters, that, hey, the Most High owns all of it, believe it. Believe it. And keep it moving. I know what I'm doing. Now, I know I'm phone going now. Sister Waters, she's working on a recording. And I sent her the link, but she's not able to come in. She's in the studio right now trying to they remixing and remastering a song. And then that's the sister that's also working on my flight. And so yeah, she's kind of caught up in the middle. So right now they keep on texting me bits and parts of her song. I wanted for the sisters to come on and explain what she do and what's going on and things of that nature. And so for you brothers and sisters to be equipped in the event you come here, you want to find out what's going on, and you may run into some issues. This brother and his wife, they can lead you in the right direction. And see, this is where we're getting, brothers. This is where we at. There's a chain of events that are flipping scripts, and it's the Most High who's doing it. It's the Most High who's changing things, moving things around. All he asks us to do, keep it moving. I know you're dealing with some principality, but they ain't got nothing on you. They got something on you that they will love to get from you, but they can't get it. That's the love of the Father. They can't get that. They know who you are. Only thing they can give is hate. That's it. That's all they can give is that hate. They live off that hate because they know who they have messed up royally. Royally, they have messed up. And so with all of that going on, brothers and sisters, yes, we got to be about our business. We do. We can't be sitting around here moping and groping and complaining. We cannot be sitting around here talking about, oh, well, black people ain't gonna never get it together. No. Let that nonsense ride into the sunset. We got to be about our business. We're seeing what's happening. It's these brothers who keep on pushing ahead, who keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and dealing. Ain't no way. A lot of the stuff a lot of these brothers and sisters went through that they still remain. How is it possible that they're remaining? Don't get me wrong. Even the brothers and sisters who said, we ran into some financial hard times, we had to come back to the United States. They didn't fail. They did not fail. They did not. No. They came back and reported this and reported that. All right, let's go back. May not be them, somebody else. I heard that reporting, boom. I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. The Most High send them out in spurts. All right, boom, bring them back. Get yourself reloaded and things of that nature. Send this person out here. Boom. That person learned a little bit more information. You think it didn't happen with the Waters? Journey with us? Stepping Stones? They had to go through some things. They did. They had to go through some things. Brother Ricky, they went through some things. But the more they learned, the stronger they became. That's what it was. The more they learned, the stronger they became. And who do you think got weaker as they got stronger? The demon, the principalities. Because now these brothers, they're moving in smoothly, undetectable. And they're coming in with a great deal of calm, usurping the powers that be, as you may say. And if this is the way we got to come in, so be it. We come in that way. I'm serious. You got brothers. I'm serious. Man, I mean, to, I hope I hope this thing works because I'm gonna put a link in tomorrow and let you brothers open up. Say this is what we got going on. This is what we got doing. We doing this here. This is my contact information. This is how we should be doing things. I tell you, for what the world is pushing out, brothers and sisters, they occupy right now. They are very occupied. They occupy, but they're about to be extremely occupied. So when the world is occupied, brothers, when the world it will get to that point where they're extremely occupied, that's our time. That's our time. That will be our moment where we strike. We'll strike and we will not throw one blow. We will not cause not one problem. We will not. But we will be gaining as a nation right up under their nose. And the Most High is moving, Brother Dylan. That's the thing. He's moving. He is moving already. He got brothers and sisters in place. That song that this sister, these brothers and sisters, they loving this song. It's a song that the Most High will have to use to spark our zeal. So be it. I forgot the name of the song. I think the sister said his name is Yah. I forgot I was talking to her earlier today. Wait a minute. Oh my, dad, I mean, I should have read this beforehand. Oh, hold on. He just sent me a what you call. Okay, good. I didn't. All right, that's what he was talking about. Okay, so I can let you know. All right, I just can't play the song. All right, cool. But that's what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. There's a lot of things that's happening right now, and I seriously believe that. Well, I don't seriously believe. I do know change has happened already. It has happened already. They're about to get busy, a whole lot busier. And that is our opportune time for us to be minding our business. Shalom to Kathy. That's what it's for. It's for us to stand up, move about, talk with different brothers and sisters about this, about that, and we move forward. We will have to. And if we don't, now that's gonna be one time where well, I just leave that to the individual. But as a nation, brothers, and I'm quite sure we all know what our desires are and what we would like to see and witness. We just need to work in accordance with that. Yeah, we had to go through some hard times. I mean, what, brothers? I mean, what? I mean, our lives has been hard. What? What? I mean, we high blood pressure. What else? Diabetes, cancer, testing on us, the kidnapping of our sisters. I'm gonna speak on that in about 5 minutes. The kidnapping of our sisters. If you think they're kidnapping our sisters in the United States, bro, if y'all only knew what they're doing in Africa, this is a big place where you can get lost. This is a big place where you can get lost at. This world knows that The reproductive system of our sisters it cannot be compared to any other woman on this planet Earth. It cannot be compared or equal to any other woman on this earth. Why? Why? What was that lady's name? I forgot the sister's name. But Oprah Winfrey played her in this movie, and her kids was fighting about what they was doing with her body. These Gentiles use our sisters' body, DNA, to help Gentile women who was experiencing this or experiencing that. That's what they did. Why are we so gifted? Why is it so hard for some of our brothers and sisters to understand who we are? Heretta Lack. I knew it was H, but I just couldn't get that name. Is it Lax? L-A-X, Lax. Yeah, Heretta Lax. Oh, Donna, you said Heretta Locks? Or you saying, and Sister Monica said Heretta Lax. We know it's Heretta then. Try both. Lack. Oh, Lack. Kathy Jones says Lack. Locks. We got Lax, Lock. Lax. So I said, well, it's two that say Lax. Sister Kathy said Lax, and Sister Monica said Locks. All right, you type it in. I think it will come up. But if you look at that, it's all right, Lax, okay. But that sister, wow. Well, I ain't gonna say that sister. I'm saying those people, those Gentiles, and not the Tuskegee testing on brothers when it came to it was a tragic story, Sister Jones. It was that testing on the brothers. And the sad thing about, when they was doing that, they was injecting syphilis into the brothers. Now, brothers and sisters, if you all do the research upon syphilis and the Gentiles when they was they call themselves going over to Hawaii, nearby took those people out. Syphilis nearby took that whole tribe of people out. Where does syphilis come from? It's known out truthfully. A few years ago, I was working with this brother. He asked me to come out to help him with this job at this humongous church. So I went out there to help him out to run some cables and things, to hook up some equipment and things. And I walked into the church. I'm like, man, this thing is humongous. And the church had everything there. I mean, a recording studio, everything. So the brother asked me to go into this particular room, grab these wires, and feed them out to him. To which I did. And there was this older Gentile lady and a younger Gentile, and she was teaching a younger girl. So I'm in the room. Well, I was not in, I had to go through that room to get to another room. So, but the door was open. I'm hearing the whole conversation and everything. So, this Gentile lady was speaking about syphilis and how the disease was transmitted, sexually. Well, forcibly. That woman opened up a book and read it from word for word. She said, no. The little young girl thought it was us. That's what she thought. She said, no. She said, no. The African American did not do this. She said it was white men. I mean, I know we didn't do it, but when she said, so now I'm I'm ear hustling the conversation. I'm like, is she serious? And I'm holding on to the wires, shooting the wires through. I'm just listening. I'm getting educated too now. I said, no, that can't be true. And so I went back home, did some research, kind of find that was true. That disease got started with them and by them, syphilis. They said if you do the DNA, it's going to go right back to a white man. I was like, are you joking me? And it's still, and it's owned by a family. That disease is owned by a Gentile family. They got the cure to it and everything. I tell you. But it near about killed the people on that island. Now for us, it took a moment for it to it damaged our brothers. It did. It did. And some of our brothers and sisters died. And then what was it, 1995? And they knew what they did. Shalom to the Van P. In 1995, Bill Clinton got on the stage and apologized for the action of the United States when it came to that incident. One apology? One? You've been here 400 years and you gave one apology. And you know what? I'm going to give you three. I'm going to give you three. I just know about one. I'm going to give you three apologies that y'all may have said. And you mean that's the best y'all can come up with. This is why this nation must be judged. And now they want to do away, and they try their best to eradicate history that they brought about, that they did by their hands. They're trying to clean their hands, and at the same time, don't want to get dirty, but you got to get dirty in order to get, to get your hand. Your hands are going to be dirty off the top. You can't clean them. You done so much dirt. That's all you used to is doing dirt. Tuskegee experiment. Yes. And that's why they say for Black people, we get those cold sores, like either on your lip or right up under your nose. And I know back in the days, that was true. Back in the 80s, and the 90s, yeah, we get the cold sore. They come up every so often. That was the residue of that disease. That was the residue. It's like a life form of they said herpes. I don't know, but that's what they say. But these are the things that these people have done over these years. But now we get to a point where it's time for us to be minding our business. It's time for us to we got to come together. We got to move this here. We got to do this here. We got to get this. We got to move. Everybody except Israel is about to get busy. Everybody except Israel is about to get busy. Let that sink in, brothers. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. Is this the way the Most High is getting the nation to say, hey, this stuff has gotten real. I'm going back to my own country. Is this what the Most High is doing? That? Is this what's happening? It's just a question. It is absolutely a question because this is where it's getting to. There's too many of us on this continent. Too many of us. We can't do the only thing we can do. Hey, we made money off of them. Let's go on home. Is this what the Most High is doing? Could be, could be. But at the same time, we need to be about our business. They did what they did. And it's not like, now this is one thing about it. It is not like that we are coming up with diseases and we take a trip with this particular disease and go dump it over in another land. We're not built that way. Our hands will be cleansed. Will be clean. We're not the ones doing that. They're taking their own diseases, and the Most High is putting it back on. Did He not say, "Give them back to them double"? Shalom, Brother Roberts. Did He not say, "Give"? They go use their own stuff against themselves. Oh, there's a book. There's a book. The book Medical Apartheid tells it all, written by a black woman. Boy, that I mean, don't let that book hit the market now. I mean, well, you know, truthfully, Sister Jones. Now it is about black people. It is. All on YouTube, you have you got these black Christians. They starting to realize, hey, these people that was in the Bible, they're not white. Everything about except for Esau. Someone put Esau as a white person. I was like, if anything, he should be albino at most with red hair. I wouldn't call him saying he's a white person. I mean, that's just me. You know, because no, Noah was albino, but he gave birth to black kids, boys. And so that's one thing. And if you look at some of the research the brothers did, and they showed an albino with a sister, all the kids black. All of them black. So he may be albino in color, but he's a brother by blood, period, off the top. So, I mean, when we start to understand how the Most High is moving, that things are changing, brothers. They're literally changing. If we know for a fact that the Most High owns all of it, He controls all of it. He moves things the way He wants things to be moved. The thing about it, we just need to keep walking towards it. That's what we need to do. We need to walk in that manner. Two nations, two manner of people off the top. And what's so killing about it? This is the last of the battle. And it's all going back to the birth of those twins. That's what it's going to. We're right back at the beginning of the birth of those twins. This is where you started from a birth, you're right back at a birth. And it's a birth of a nation and the death of a nation. Obadiah speaks about it. Obadiah speaks about it. All right, they went through the book, our history book, and did what they needed. What they thought that they needed to do. It didn't faze the Most High. It did not faze him, not one red cent. He knew exactly what he needed to do in order for his people to understand. He knew exactly what he needed to do. You think these brothers and sisters, Brother Ricky, the Waters, Journey with Us, Stepping Stones, T3 and Me. You think they went to Africa just because they just wanted a change of pace? You think they just went casually? I'm gonna take a vacation. I just want to go somewhere, and they flip the coin. It comes on. I don't care if they did flip a coin, and they end up on the country. The Most High sent for a reason. And the brothers and sisters that did come here and they appear that it didn't work out. But yet and still we kept coming. And I know I'm speaking about Brother Ricky. Me and him, we spoke about the Dar experience. He spoke about it. We spoke about it. I mean, he had my attention because everything that he was saying that him and his family suffered or learned, he took a suffering as a learning. But he learned in Dar and he applied it no matter what he went. And boom. That right there. That's the ticket, brothers and sisters. And some of us have to go out before others to clean up some things that need to be cleaned up. Although it's not saying we come here thinking we're going to supersede this and supersede that. Now, this will be the Most High. But we come here and we do what we can do to enhance other brothers and sisters that's coming behind us. Shalom, Sister Pixie Dust. That's what we do. That's what we do. And it's ramping up a whole lot more. Now you think, what is this? December 19th. All right. We're gonna be on a whole different totem pole next week. We're gonna be on a whole different totem pole next week. Brothers and sisters, now they're getting away from this contentious attitude. They're getting away from these disagreements. Some brothers are saying, hey, this is not their time. We're not even trying to entertain it. So now, if you want to go on and complain about this and that there, you might have to do that on your own time, but you can't do it here. Because now we're starting to recognize there's a movement, and this movement deserves our attention. It deserves our attention. That's what it is. Now, Brother Ricky, I'm gonna read what you said. In my opinion, East Africa is ran by Hamites, believing in Ishmaelite beliefs. He's not lying. He's not lying. And the that, because if you go to, what was that? Was it Kenya? It was Kenya or Ethiopia, one or the two. One of them flat out said we need to get rid of the Islamic religion. That's what they said. They started knocking some of the Islamic buildings down. I think that was last year. They started knocking those buildings down. So that I'm in agreement with him, Brother Ricky, on that, because I mean, you're being here, you see it. So it would appear that it's like a 50-50, 50% Christian and 50% Islamic. But it's 100% wrong, no matter which way you go. No matter which way you go. Yeah, that's unfortunately, brother. Yeah, it's well, we're gonna be a remnant no matter where we go. The Most High said we're going to be a remnant. Well, you ain't said a remnant. So I mean, the thing about it is that can throw us. I ain't gonna say off. They equate all black people as one. That's the thing. I mean, we may be the Egyptians and black may look like we're related, look, but we're not. We're separated by blood, by a nation, by a people who's, if you got a bowl of marbles, different colors and all that stuff. You may have something that the color may look the same, but all of them are different. The Most High, all he did was went inside, found the one he wanted. He went through the marbles and looked at every last one of them and found the one he wanted. Said it there. You belong to me. You're special property. I know what I made, and now you are a holy nation to me. This is what he said to each and every last one of you all, including myself. You are a set apart people, set apart for me only. That's it. You cannot eat this. You cannot eat that. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. He went down the line. Did he give those laws to the Hamites? Matter of fact, did he give those laws to Abraham's other kids after Sarah died? Did he give those laws to Ishmael? Did the Most High give those laws? He only gave those laws to Isaac onto Jacob. That's it. Now, just because you have Hebrews, just because they're Hebrews, it does not mean that they're of Israel. You got a lot of Hebrew nations out there. Well, you have some nations out there that's Hebrew. But those laws do not apply to them. It applied to Yasharel. No other nation, Brother Dylan, you're right, no one else, no other nation or tribe, only down from Abraham, Issachar, the cold 12 sons. Yep, the Israelites. That's it. That's it. Now, that brother he left. Once he get back, I'm going to write that scripture down. Because like I said, I was shocked when I heard it. But when he went down, he said, "You were like the smallest of all the nations." And we had to be small. Everybody was out there doing their own thing. The Most High was already. He started with Abraham and Sarah. Now let's just go back to Abraham. I mean, do y'all know that the Most High was looking at Abraham from a while ago? Because Abraham, truthfully, he was making fun of the gods that his father and his uncles, all of them, was worshiping. He said, in the book of Abraham? He was, if you read it, you're like, man, Abraham is making fun of these gods. He said, one of the heads of the gods fell off. He said, if he's so much of a god, why do you have to use your physical hands to put his head back on his body? He was making fun of those gods now. That's what he was doing. And so he thought, wait, what? And his father, Abraham's father, was getting upset at him. Because although he was making fun of the gods, he was talking about them at the same time. Go back and look at it. But Abraham was like, I want to worship the creator of all things. Because he noticed that the gods that his father and uncles, they worship, they made them with their hands. It was made out of rocks and stone. Rocks and wood. That's what they did. But he got the attention of the Most High because he was like mocking all these so-called gods. but he got the Most High's attention. And from him, from Abraham and Sarah, when the Most High told him, get up, separate yourselves from your family. Boom, he said, I'm going to make you a mighty nation. I'm going to make you a mighty nation. He got his attention, to which all of us are from his bloodline. That's what he did. He said this. And so along with Abraham and Sarah, no, he did not want to corrupt that bloodline with any other nation. He was serious about that, because now he's forming this here, come through here. They made sure that Isaac married someone of that bloodline. Period. It just couldn't be anyone. No, they went out and they searched, but they searched for her. And the Most High led them to Rachel. Rachel. Was it Rachel? I think it was Rachel. And so then here come the two twins. And things started to break down. And they broke all the way down. Because there was a prophecy already said about that now. There was a prophecy that was already said. That the older will be a servant for the younger. And Esau will be the beginning. Jacob will be the end of the kingdom and an everlasting kingdom. I think I said that right. Yeah, we're there now. When things that we're there, we're getting there. Things are changing. They're changing. This nation has made. I thought I was only. Well, I ain't gonna think I was the only one. The nations know. Well, the United States knows that there's a lot of hate out there for them. They know this. They know this, that there is a lot of hate out there against them. Rebecca, I said Rachel. I tell you, you know what? I'm glad you said this, Sister Cross. Rebecca. And so, it's absolutely a beautiful thing to witness, or where we came from, and we hitting it hard, brothers. Now this awakening, yeah, I'm with a lot of these brothers, with a lot of brothers, when they're saying no, it would appear that this awakening is it's at a full bloom. It's going across the board. Brothers and sisters are wakening up. And like I was saying, I always say it, that great falling away, brothers and sisters, all we have to do is sit back and wait for it to happen. That great falling away where Brother Ricky was talking about, the Ishmaelites and the Hamites, that great falling away is going to occur. They will fall. Our brothers and sisters are going to start falling away from Christianity and Islam. They're going to fall away. That's the great falling away. How can you fall away from something and you've never been there? That's the only thing I'm seeing, brothers and sisters. I cannot attach that scripture to our awakening. The scripture did not say anything about us awakening and falling away. It didn't say that. Now, what the scripture did say, there was going to be a great falling away. We're not great. Matter of fact, we're just a remnant. We're a remnant. That falling away, that's going to be massive. That's going to be a world-changing event. That's what it's going to be. Because you're talking about across the board. Yeah. Oh, sister, what you talking about? No, the young ones. Yeah, they starting to wake up. They starting to wake up. And when I say they waking up swinging. They're waking up swinging. You have the Gentiles kids, and it started back to Sister Linda Cross. The little Gentile kids, when they started, I ain't gonna say they woke up. We was the one who started affecting them. When I say we were the one who was affecting them, listen to me, sis. You had little Gentile kids wanting to be, they thought it was a privilege. They thought it was a privilege for a black child to call them a nigga. They feel like, oh, I am one. I'm in the door. I am in the door. Oh my goodness, he called me a nigga. Mm. They took it like a badge of honor back in the 90s. They took that with a badge of honor because they seen our lives and they just felt, hey man, this is it. This is boom. Yeah. Oh damn. Yeah. This here and that. Had white boys walking around there with braids. Now they start getting into the movie where white boy, they got to put a little swag about themselves. Not seeing, not understanding the changing of events. The changing of events. It started with us, brothers and sisters, back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. You had these brothers out making this rap music, and things of that nature, and hopping into the movies and things, showing these type of swags and everything. So yeah, these kids they would listen to more. The rappers back in the 90s was saying, and they knew, well, I got to sell my music to the white audience. I said, blacks didn't buy it. We will get, we get the what was it called? We would get it off of like somebody about a deep copy. You just get a bootleg copy. There was a bootleg copy of their music. But the white people, they was going out there spending their money for that CD. For that CD, they was going out there doing it. It was a CD. Well, CDs, and they had the little cassette tape. But then when the CD came out, the cassette tape kind of, and then it just on. But that CD came in, that was us. We did that. We did that. So now those kids, yeah, they're into their 50s and things of that nature. And their kids are doing it. They're hitting it a whole lot harder. Yes. Mm-hmm. We did that. Yes, we did. They wanted to do everything. Let's go to basketball. What's that dude's name? He was married to a Gentile. He was black, but I always looked at him. Even this before I even was woke, awakened. I always looked at him as a Karl Malone. He was like the only black guy I know that lived in Utah. And I never seen his wife. I always thought in my mind, that boy, man, I seen he married to a white woman. I mean, it's just something about his demeanor. But when you come to basketball and you got that one black major player, who is his hangman? Think about that, man. The only one, who is the hangman? Usually, he was a little bit shorter, and he was a Gentile. Period. I forgot the guy, but that was his hangman. When he needed to get pass the ball off, and I think that was it Paxton? No, I don't think it was him. But all of them had a shorter white guy who was out there at that shooting threes, always. And that's how he got famous. That's how they got famous. It's by means of the black Play it. All right, let's go with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. Who else? Let's go with those three. They had a hangman too. I forgot that cat's name, but he was white. They know why. Give it to him. Give it to him. He took, he led the team the way he's supposed to did it. All you gotta do, brothers and sisters, look back. Even though they did the same thing in music, they did the same thing on that on the courts. Same thing. They knew, hey, I need to get behind these cats. I'm going to make money behind them. Yeah, they knew it. Look at all of that stuff. But truthfully, now things have changed. The Most High did. He turned some things. Who was that? That was his movie, A Black Man's Burden, years ago. I forgot the man's name. But it was like everything was in reverse. Black man was a rich man. White man was one who was a burden. It was an old movie, real old movie. Well, back in the 80s, I think. I didn't too much look at it because at that time it didn't, it phased me. But I wanted to check it out and see what it's really about. But it was like in reverse. But the reversal is right before our eyes right now. It's happening. It is happening. And it started with these 50-year-olds plus, give or take a few, going back and forth. But you better rest believe the Most High woke up that particular group of people. That's what he did. That's exactly. That's right. It was John Travolta was in. I was gonna say John Travolta, but and it was somebody else, James Earl Jones, and it was somebody else in the movie. What was his name? Matter of fact, he recently, in the last year or two, he died. Harry Belafonte. I can't say his name. Harry Belafonte, something like that. I think he was the one who produced the movie. I could be wrong, but I believe he's the one who produced the movie. But yes, I'm gonna go back and look at it because I vaguely remember, but I knew it was a reversal. And I don't think that movie did good either because I was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Now we're seeing it. We're seeing it happening. We're seeing Gentiles voicing their opinions on I was gonna say TikTok, well, TikTok, X, or whatever you want to call it, Facebook, whatever. They voicing their opinion. They're trying to figure out, well, my parents, we lived in the suburbs, we had a nice house, and they're trying to mimic their parents' movement. They went to school at this time, they went to college, they got their degree here, then they got married, went through a whole lot of trouble trying to have a baby, and things of that nature. Then they have a family and things of that nature. So they're trying to mimic everything about their family, but the mimicking is totally different. Their kids, along with their income from working, still need food stamps. Harry Belafonte, yes. They need help. They're experiencing frustration. See, this is the difference between our suffering and their suffering. Now, when they did call themselves giving us well, hold on, sister. Larry Bird, sister. I'm gonna say this, Sister Van P. I can't say Larry was a hangman, but I think Larry Bird did his in a different way. He didn't play down low like everything. His stuff was out on the 3-point line and all that. And one thing brothers did, they respected him for it. They did. He did. But he still knew where his success came from. It was from those brothers. He knew where it came from. Those brothers. He learned from those brothers. Brothers were doing things that they couldn't do. The first time they I think it was Derek Dunkins. He was the first, I was in the 7th grade when I heard about him breaking the backboard. I said, Dad, I was just blown by that. Then here come another one. Here come another one. It's just like we just kept on advancing. Boom, 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 boom. Football too. So I mean, that's what it is. But going back, now think, Brother Dylan, Sidney Poitier, he, my thing is this, brothers. We can't blame brothers for their actions when it comes to Hollywood, because we were just like them. We were just happy to see a person. I mean, even the ones that was not getting paid a whole lot of money for doing these blackface and everything. And I'm so goddamn, I'm just lazy. We can't. It's easy for us to judge them, but you cannot be them and be in their shoes. So they did what they needed to do in order for them to get out of their situation. They did with it. What was that sister that played? The sister that played the I think she played in Gone with the Wind. But then there was another movie where she had a daughter, but her daughter was so light skinned they thought she was white, and she was so like embarrassed to be seen with her mama because she didn't want to come off as she was, a black child. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Shalom, Sister Yvonne. And she says, oh, that's my daughter right there. Oh boy, she was in a classroom full of white people. They're like, all the little white kids were just like, blown. Your mama. I forgot the name of this. I forgot the name of the movie. But when it was all over said and done, her mother died. And that's when reality kicked in. That's when it kicked in. But she hated the fact that she was black. And brothers and sisters, that was going to happen. And especially when you're not woke and you don't know where you belong. You did not know where you belong. Then we unknowingly tried to fit into something that we did not belong to. But the Most High, he had to let that discipline run its course. Although we did not know. Gone with the wind, and we're going with the wind. Imitation of what? Oh no, imitation of life. Is Sister Yvonne, is it imitation of life, or are you imitation of life? I mean, you say imitation of white. I think it's imitation of life. Life. Okay. All right. We was that way. I mean, people was that way. And some of them, they played it. If they thought people they could pass for a white, they did it. Because they did not want to deal with the persecution of being a dark-skinned person. What are we talking about, man? Please. You can be black as ever, and you may be the darkest child in that family. You will get it. You're going to get it. I don't care. This is outside of white people. You can be that darkest child. You're going to get it from your family. I'm gonna be the first to tell you. Good gracious almighty. You go get it. And I got it. I got it. Until I start fighting back. Yeah, I'm serious. You get it. You're going to get it from your own family. You're going to get it. Well, at least back then. But I mean, and the reason why I say you're going to get it and we got it is because what was fed to us, and then you just understand the strength of hate. There you go, Sister Kathy. There you go. And we was well groomed and educated on hating things that was of a dark skin. Anything. No. It was it was hated. Yes. One brother told me he was he was the darkest one in his family. And his mother hated him. He had a brother that was light skinned and she loved him. She loved him. But that was the one that caused all the trouble. All of the troubles came from that little light skinned one. When I say the Gentiles put themselves a pedestal, they did. They did. They put themselves on a pedestal, and it affected us. I mean, you give a light skinned child, oh, ain't he just the cutest thing? That dark skinned one, ooh, good gracious, girl, what do you give birth to? Oh, this baby just so black. Good night. We're gonna name this baby Good Night. This is how deep the nations got inside our heads. That's how deep it went. You had brothers, I mean, all they doing, they was looking for a light skinned sister. They were looking for, they was doing, oh, please don't let them be a Puerto Rican. Oh, shucks. They ain't them niggas. That was it. They hit the mother load. They did. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, brothers and sisters, that stuff hit hard. I was in the second grade. Second grade. And how that nonsense affected me was just downright diabolical. I did not like black women. I could not give you an answer to say, no, third grade. I could not give you an answer because somehow they got inside my head. Because all I would know was, all I have ever seen was white teachers. Period. I had my first black school teacher. I was in the fourth grade, the fourth. Mm. And her name was Miss White. Yeah. Well, that was my first black school teacher. And then the fifth grade, it was a series. It was like 2 or 3 different teachers, but I had one. Now she was so Miss Davis. I never will forget her. Her name was Miss Davis. Oh, and you know what? And I believe that's two, Sister Jones. It was playing. I had one because we fifth grade you start moving in different classes and they taught different things. So I had 1, 2, 3 white teachers in the fifth grade. I only had one. I mean, let me tell you something. That sister was soulful. She was soulful. She would come in there with her afro, and she was, her name was Miss Davis. I never will forget her. I knew where she lived. Um, um, and I knew one of her sons. And then I got into the 6th grade. Oh, no, she was a substitute. I didn't have no black teacher. No, I didn't. 7th grade, one. I had one more. Rest on white. So I mean, when I say that they knew what they was doing, they did it. They did it. But I was so glad when I got to a particular age, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. And so I mean, it's like I forced myself to be happy being dark skinned. I forced myself to loving black women. Although my sisters, my mother, all of them. because you have a battle, brothers and sisters. The darker you were, the darker you are as a child, you went through some things. Yeah, I know you went through some things because I was not the only one. Now we grew up in a project, and those mother. No, it ain't like we ran together like we was the dark crew. No, because we still wanted to be with the other kids. Those like maybe brown or light skin. Oh, don't have a light skinned child out there. He was the leader. He was the leader. Don't let him have brown eyes. Oh, that's it. All the girls gonna love him. Nobody don't want your black self. Um, I tell you, brothers, we were misled from a very young age, only to wake up in our 50s and feeling very proud of who we are and how we get down. No matter what you went through, you stand up and you look at what's going on now, and you start to be appreciative of what the Most High has awakened you up to. But don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. There are still some brothers that's out there that still suffers with that. You got some out there saying, hey, um, some of Israel is in Spain. These are the tribe of Dan. These Latin people. Um, mm, but that's their shortcoming, brothers and sisters. And right now with me, um, Judah went into slavery, and people can say that it's not about color. I disagree I disagree to a point. You're more, yeah, you're more than a color, but this is what the world pushed out. So you push back on it. You push back on it. Uh-huh. You bring up color. We bring in blood. And I ain't gonna say unfortunately. And fortunately, my color, my blood is of Israel. My skin color is what you might call black. So yeah, my skin color is just important as the blood is flowing through my veins. So yeah, it's about my color too. History says it. They call them the dark, the dark Jews. History speaks about them being dark. So that's the color. Your color is important. It is very much about your color and your blood. See, now, I understand what some brothers say. When people say I'm not black, all right, it's cool. I get you on that. But from a world standpoint, to which they initiated, started it, they did. All you will do is give it, I'm just giving it back to them. Hey, return to sender. That's what it's going to boil down to being. You're going to return everything that they sent out. And that is what the Most High is doing right now. Everything that they have pushed out, return to sender, put it back on them double. Now, they came up with a color barrier for us. What's going to be the color barrier for them? White. All right, you're a white person. You see all white people. Well, what part of the world are you from? This is what we had to go through. And I understand. When what got my attention with that was Brother Kelly. That was like one of his openings. Was he was calling out all these different nations and things, and then he said black. Boom, everybody was just like concreted, floored down to the ground. It's like they jaw dropped. I'm like, well, yeah, that is a point. Black. Well, what nation is that? You know, but that's what they do. That interracial commercial is demonic. It's absolutely demonic. Let's go ahead and put that out there. It is demonic. Truthfully, it's misleading. There is a life that is dying, brothers. Understand this. Give you a good example. When Esau blended his blood with the Horites, the Horites is believed to be Neanderthals. He gave them life. Well, I ain't gonna say gave them life. He enhanced their lives. That's what he did. That's what he did. He was just like so, what's the word? He was so angry with Jacob to his anger went down through his bloodline, and he had an intense hatred for his brother. Obadiah, the book of Obadiah. This is what happened. And so they're trying to, hey, Sister Kathy, you got white girls out here saying that they eventually go have to have their bloodline. If they're concerned about their bloodline, they do know that they will have to mingle with a man of color. They're going to have babies by a man of color. That's what they're being taught in the college. Why is it that they're being taught that in the college? They are doing that. They can't. They can try to dilute it if they want to. They can sit there, oh, you being biased. Call it what you want. You only woke up and said, well, this is a loving nation. Oh, nigga, please. We know what y'all love is about. Your love is about gaining something and destroying something at the same time. That's what their love is built upon. That's what they are on that. They know. Sister Linda Cross, the young black men, what the world has put in place when it comes to our young black men and our sisters too. This is what they did. They came off as a god, and it had something to do with the purse, their money. That's what it boils down to being. That's what it boils down to being. A black man seeing somebody different other than a black woman. Oh, this is something new. Hey, Sister Cross, it just wasn't our young black men. Shoot, we can go back to our forefather. Solomon loved exotic women. Exotic. There was not Israel. But eventually, he disobeyed the Most High. He started marrying and making alliances with these exotic women who was not of Israel. He young. He feeling confident about himself. He got the strength to make these decisions, so and so, so and so. When you get started to get old and tired, you get tired of the nagging. Hey, what did Samson? That woman worked his last nerve. She wore him down. She wore him down. Till he should have been told something that he should have took to the grave. And she did exactly what she was going to do. He gave that woman, his wife, a holy answer. That's what he gave her. And she used it against him. Start cutting off his locks. That's what she did. Cut off his locks. Betrayed the man that she would land up in the bed with. That's what she did. She did it as it would appear that like it wasn't a thing. I don't. Yes, I mean, sister, I think you may be a tad bit late on that one, Sister Jones. Tell me they're going to be the death of our men, I think that's already happened. It's happening. What was that? It was a Gentile lady shot and killed her husband, and they had 2 kids. I think that woman went to the police station. She didn't go to jail. That's what she did. Ain't gonna talk about she had a serious mental breakdown. Yeah, okay. One black guy got on YouTube talking about, now I know I'm not meant to be with a black woman. He had his little Gentile lady on there. He was just talking about how black women this, how black women that, and everything. The Most High don't play with that. You just not going to get on no screen and put his people, our sisters, down as if they are dogs. And I'm saying this to brothers, matter of fact, brothers and sisters, will you all share this video? Share it. You're not going to sit here and talk about your sisters, your black / Israelite sisters. You're not going to do it. If you do, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be judged off the top. The Most High told Abraham, I'm going to bless those that bless you. I'm going to curse those that curse you. Those sisters fall up under that, brothers. Just because you sit beside a white woman. Call me prejudiced. I don't care. I'm not prejudiced. They're the only people. They are the only people that can marry any other nation. White people can marry Asian, Mexicans. They can have it. They can marry Hamites. They do not have that law. We do. We have that law. We have that law. We cannot marry outside of this, our nation. So if you think you want to sit there, this, I don't say so, I don't like black women. I've seen a black woman do the same thing. She had a older white husband, and she was talking about black men, him, so and so, so and so. He didn't kill her, but it was close to it. He didn't kill her, but she was close. She was dancing at the doors of death. Like she was, whoo, cha, 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 cha. Yeah, that he came on her. Now that brother, when he was talking about those, oh no, she killed him. And it was like, after he did the video, a week later he was dead. A week later he was gone. The Most High is not playing with you, brothers, to get them there and being flipped out about your sisters. He's not playing with that no more. Those days are long and gone. He has turned his attention back to his people. You don't have to believe nothing I said or what other brothers and sisters are saying. You don't have to believe them at all. But I tell you one thing, like Yahushua said, don't believe me. Believe his works. Believe his works. Believe his works. You're not going to sit there and call our sisters bitches and hoes. Those days are gone. It's gone. Hang it up. You're not even going to call a brother a dog or anything. No, those days are gone. He has turned his attention back onto his people. Now, whether you're a Christian or whatever, you don't believe that you think Israel is done away with, like I said, don't believe my words. Follow the actions. You will see what's happening. Not my action, of the Most High. That's all we got to do. That's it. You can sit right here and talk about them until you're blue in the face. Trust and believe you will get dealt with. You will get dealt with. And I'm talking you, Israel. You're not going to sit up and think you're going to make yourself look good and you're going against the people that the Most High loves very dearly. And to which the scriptures clearly states it out. He said that the world will have to know that I have loved you, that I have always loved you. We just had to be disciplined. We had to go through that. We had to go through that discipline. Now, whether you, like I said, you will know and you will believe who these Negroes are in the four corners of the earth. You're gonna know who we are. We're gonna be just like that little we're gonna be just like that guy when was it like earlier this year. And they were saying, who you are, who are you, where you from? He said, you gonna know who I am. Look, then I think he was more like Abraham guy. And he said, you gonna know who I am. Oh yeah, trust and believe me. You gonna know who I am. And he had a confidence, he had a stern. I'm like, shuck, now this is the type of man that'll walk in there and say a few words and, boom, boom some things up. The world is going to know who you are. Yasharel. They're going to know who you are. They're going to know exactly who you are. And some of these Gentiles, they already know. They already know who you are. But for the masses of people, they're trying to keep us in the dark. But they still forgetting. The Most High said, the things that was done in the dark shall come to the light. All of it. All of it. Yeah, brothers and sisters, you may start hearing the history of anything that was done in the dark. It don't necessarily have to be the thing that has been done to Israel. Whatever was done to the Indians, whoosh, this nation is responsible for that. Slavery, this nation is responsible for that. Turn another page. Feeding little Negro kids to alligators. All of that is about to be put in front of their face. And now you understand why they want to do away with the history. It's only certain things about slavery that they want you to know. They see in the change of events. They seeing it. They witnessing it. We don't need this with us here now. This ain't gonna look good. They trying to do PR on hundreds of years of their sins. Hundreds of years. They know something is on the horizon for them. They're going to keep them food, bamboozled. They got to keep them hoodwinked. That is the nation. Yeah, Sister Kathy. Yeah, they are. They still hurting our people. They are. But it's going to be those animals who's going to turn on them. That little dog that they love. Oh, I love my dog. I love it. Did not the scripture say that there was animals going to turn on them? It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. See, that judgment, brothers and sisters, that's the stuff they don't want to talk about in churches. They don't want to talk about the revelations in the book of Revelation of the nations who put you in slavery. They were also going to slavery. Oh, they don't want to talk about that. They would literally sit up here and say, oh, that's in a spiritual sense. What spiritual sense are you talking about? How is that spiritual? When the Most High clearly states it, the nation that put you into slavery shall go into slavery. What's spiritual about that? But this is what they go teach in order to keep everybody in the dark on that, because they do not want to entertain that. But they know the history in the history book and how 400 years ago or more, before we even came to that country, that they knew, hey, y'all know one day y'all will get dealt with. This is the understanding back then. Now, the understanding is back among who? Israel. That's what it's about. Israel has that understanding. That book was written for Israel, off the top. And they ain't talking about that um, the black clothes wearing people. Mm-mm. That's who we are talking about. It's us. It was written for us. They have a hard time seeing black men and women understanding scriptures that they cannot understand. They cannot understand certain things. It was only written for us. Brothers, and I say this, get used to being taught by your brothers and sisters. Start to show more respect to your teachers. Period. You will have to. The world, yes, they came in, had us fighting against one another and things of that nature. They did that, and they did it to a T. Now they're confused. They don't know which way to go. They don't. Now, one moment, these drones all in the sky and everything. Now they're coming back upon it. Said, oh, yeah, we are. Truthfully, I don't know which way they're going with it. And that's the reason why I said yesterday about these missing weapons. You don't know which way they trying to spin this stuff. And that's just, like I said, if there's some truth to it, and it's the problem is the if. So that's a very big if. I'm talking about capital I and a capital F with a question mark. Because they lie so much, you don't know which way you just don't know which way to turn to when it comes to them. You don't. And so now that leaves you only one way to go. It's like you got to pray to your to the Most High off the top, because the lies been told so much you just don't know. And you brothers and sisters will have to pray to get a sense of direction to which you need to go or where you need to be. Period. We're gonna have to. And if we don't, we're gonna find ourselves getting hemmed up. But it is imperative, one, for us to start to respect our brothers a whole lot more. We're gonna have to start practicing respect of our brothers off the top. Two, as well as our sisters. Sisters, we're gonna have to start, sisters, it's gonna be imperative that you respect your brothers, your husbands. We all know how they use us against one another. Shoot, now let's go back to the brothers. Brothers, you're gonna have to start respecting these sisters. We're gonna have to. It's going to be a month. If you don't, you're gonna end up under the judgment of the Most High. You're not going to call these sisters out their name. I don't care what you call yourself used to, but you need to go ahead and break it. Break it, rip it off, and call it a day. They're not your bitch, and they're not your hoe. That's who they're not. But if you keep on with that mentality, you don't even have to say the words. But you look at them like that, yeah, you better. If you fall dead, you just know you just got judged. Because you may, Most High may see you not even worthy of the company of his people. And I'm talking about both ways. Now, you can have a sister that can be thinking ill about the brothers. And one thing I found, a lot of sisters, some sisters I talk to, they don't believe some of the things apply to them. They do not believe some of the judgment belong. The scripture that said, a man that does not take care of his household is worse than a man without faith. She thought that some of the sisters think that applies only to a man. What? And you're going down the wrong road. Because see, and this is what I said to these sisters. I'm like, even though you choose not to believe that scripture do apply to you too, I said the Most High, he don't have a problem with taking you out. with a lack of knowledge. History shown that he does not have an issue. But he don't, it ain't like the Most High is looking for people to destroy. He's not. The scriptures clearly states that he's what was the scripture say? He has a desire that no one be destroyed. No one. But he wanted them to obtain wisdom, repentance, and turn around. That's his desire for each and every last one of us. Now, you get there, you say, I don't want to do that now. I mean, no, that scripture applies to men only, and men, and that's it. I want to be able to do my thing. I got rights. Sisters, I hope that is not the vast majority of you sisters. I hope and pray. If it is, it's going to be the Most High who's going to straighten things out. If he has to show you something, because he maintains a desire for his people to live. And let's understand this on wisdom, Sister Pixie Dust. When it comes to you brothers, pray to the Most High for wisdom. Wisdom should be, bam, here. It should be here. I'm going to tell you the reason why that. With this awakening, brothers, we come off like we instantly back into the scriptures. We back into those laws. Truthfully, not understanding the true culture of the law, of the laws. And they think they can say and do some things that just don't, it don't work like that. It does not. It takes wisdom. If you're dealing with some sisters that's coming, I would say coming from the West. You know for a fact, if you got wisdom, that approach has to be different. You cannot take a brother. Let's just say this: a brother who's born and raised in Africa. Let's do this, and put him. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he is over some sisters that are from America. That's just like blending water and oil together. That ain't gonna work. That's not going to work. He does not understand the culture, or let's call it culture, of African American women. Only thing he know about is culture from where he's from. So now, if they used to saying women cook, clean, and all that, that's his culture. That's what the sisters do. That's not going to be so with African American woman. It's not. And I'm saying, and I'm not speaking that as if to pacify them, but the Most High knows that his people has been spoiled. So you go put a person who will understand their lot in life. Now, if there's something that needs to be broken down and taken off and stripped apart, that's going to be by means of teaching. That's going to be a means of a brother's action. He treats the brothers and sisters. Wisdom. That's what it's going to take. And brothers, yes, you're going to need that. And sisters as well. That goes across the board. Sisters, did not Abigail use wisdom? Abigail, her husband, arrogant, unthankful. Oh, David was like, dude, we didn't save your flock. We was protecting your flock from poachers. And then we just asked for some bread and water. And you gonna tell me, what? David was like, let's go ahead and take care of this guy. David was he was upset. But Abigail, being as wise as she is, she knew what type of man she was dealing with. That was her husband. She went in there and got some food, some water, Got her servant. Put this stuff on him. We're gonna go down here and I'm gonna save this man's life. I'm gonna save this household. She did just that. Went on there and cooled David down. Cooled him down. Huh? The Most High was not done with that. The Most High seen that man's arrogance. He did. And he did not like the way he treated David, his appointed, his anointed servant. 10 days later, I think it was 10 or 11 days later, the Most High struck him down. Struck him down. What did a man do when he recognized a good woman? What do a man do, Brother Dylan, when he recognizes a good woman? Sister Kathy, what do a good man do when he recognizes a good woman? What did he do? David married her. He married her. He married Abigail. That's what he did. You're right, Sister Pixie. He married her. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This. Oh, yeah. That's it. He runs. No. No. He runs to her. But King David married her. After the Most High took her husband out, he's the only one. He is the only one, brothers, that can depart a marriage. Let's understand that now. Let's understand that. He said, let no man bring apart a husband and wife. What he has yoked together, let no man set apart. He is the only one who can set that apart. The only one. The only one. Now, when another man comes in between a married woman, oh yeah, you done done something detestable in the Most High's sight. That's a detestable thing because now you taking this man's DNA, you miss the man you belong to. That man, your DNA is linked to that man. Period. And so, but out of the disrespect that he was showing David, the Most High took him out of here. Took him out. The DNA, brothers, that bloodline is very important to the Most High. It is holy. It is holy. Who's one of Jacob's sons? His brother died. And he was reasoning and said, "This ain't gonna be my child. It's gonna be my brother's." Whew. And the Most High said, "We are some stiff-necked people." I don't know what he was thinking about, but he shot his semen onto the ground. The Most High don't play. Instantly, he struck him dead. Struck him dead instantly. You took he took unholy. He took something that was holy and shot it on the ground. Show absolutely disrespect to the Most High. Struck him dead. Now his other son, hey brother, when we're very special in the Most High's sight, and for a lot of people, for a lot of brothers and sisters, especially if you're going through some things, you may not see it. You may not see it. But the day is going to come, brothers and sisters, where we're going to be floored. We're going to be floored by the Most High's love. When he stands up and he tells this world who we are to him, that's all you ever will need. That's it. You don't need a resume. You don't need a theme song. All we gonna need is the Most High to say, hey, these are my people. That phrase right there go set everything, go put no, that's just like that's it. That's it. Mm, that's it. No, wait a minute, Sister Pixie, a lot of men don't want to get married thinking he will lose something. Well, yeah, sister, I mean, that's that flesh, Sister Dixie. Pixie, Sister Pixie, that's that flesh. And that's another thing that has institutionalized us. I mean, we've seen how brothers or men go into a relationship and come out broke. And how the devil, and I say devil, can lift up a woman into a position based off the income that this man is getting, and she is glorified. Now, mind you now, the world don't think nothing about adultery. Do you know here in Dar es Salaam, if a woman commits adultery, she can go to jail? Do y'all brothers and sisters know that? She can go to jail within a heartbeat. Now, this is the thing that can get her life in jail. And I've seen it happen. The young brother killed himself. Oh my goodness. When they found out he killed himself and he left a letter behind as to who the guy he was sleeping with and all that, everything. It ain't the first time. It's like she was practicing this stuff. But they caught up with her and she's still in jail right now. They, yeah, but that's what goes on in this land. United States, oh no. Truthfully, in the United States, by law, if you are a man and you're a woman and you're not married, you cohabiting together, truthfully, you're supposed to get arrested. But they don't follow that law. If you think I'm joking, look it up. I found that to be, it's supposed to be like that at least in Illinois. And it's a lot of laws out there, brothers and sisters. Oh no, those laws are not followed. What happened if a man commit adultery? He's supposed to be put to death, Sister Pixie. Both of them do. Both of them supposed to be put to death. Yeah. If he committed adultery, if he slept with another man's wife, he's supposed to be put to death. Both of them do. Now, if he raped the woman, she would have to prove that she put up a fight against that man. That's the only time that she might escape death. Yeah, but truthfully, yeah, the both of them are supposed to be put to death. I mean, but I mean, when it came to when it came to David, if David slept with a married woman, he was supposed to be put to jail. But the Most High took care of that case very privately. I mean, he has that. And there are some circumstances in the law. So I mean, even though I just say that him and her supposed to be put to death. Now there are some other things that goes with those laws. Now don't just like take that as verbatim and we move on. But the Most High on that, he's very of course you're dealing with, if you like with David, he fessed up. It took a moment, but when he realized how his sins came in upon him, oh, David was highly upset at himself. He was very much upset at himself. All right, but there was a Levite. Was he Levite? Well, there was this servant of the Most High, and this had to deal with the tribe of Benjamin. I did not know. I didn't even realize how the tribe of Benjamin was getting down. But They wanted this man. They wanted to have intercourse with this man. And I'm like, well, man, hold on. You talking about Ham? And I'm like, man, is it talking about Ham? No, it was the Benjamites. And it was a group of them. So this servant handed him his concubine. That's what they did. And they, one thing I would say, the Most High don't leave nothing to the imagination. If his people did this and they did that, he let it be known what his people did. He did it. He let it be known. And they assaulted that woman so bad. They assaulted her so bad. When she made it back to his home, she gave up the ghost. Well, she died. She died. She just gave up on living. They abused her so bad till he cut her body up in pieces. Cut her body up in pieces and sent it to all the other tribes of Israel to make a point. I need help. This is what the tribe of Benjamin did to my concubine. Now, mind you now, not saying what the Benjamites did was justified. His concubine was an unfaithful one now. She was unfaithful also now. But what she did, it struck the heart of the rest of the tribes of Israel. And so they all started putting their heads together. How many soldiers they go send to come up against the Benjamites. And they almost took them out of their demonic action. This is how far Israel went, so far away from the Most High. And now, mind you, like I said, the Most High, he's not going to sit up here and, what do they call it? When the government, they blot out stuff. It's called redacted. They take stuff out. See, the Most High is not going to take anything out. He's going to let you know what his people did. Shalom, Sister Patricia. He's going to let you know what his people did. And that's to the world. The world got so smart. I'm going to say they got smart. The world knew that if well, to a degree, sister, I mean, concubine gonna mean concubine, but those concubines belong to that man, period. So you know what I mean, you to a sense, you can say that's his wife because she knows she cannot sleep with another man. And I'm gonna give you a good example. When not Solomon, what's that boy's name? Absalom. He went into his father's house and called himself to go take all the concubines, his father's concubines. And then also Jacob, Reuben. It was said that he slept with his father's concubine because it was Rachel who gave that her stepsister to Jacob. But his son slept with his concubine, and that was a sin. That was a sin because yes, she belonged to Jacob. You go Google what? You go Google concubine? Go ahead, Sister Pixie. Or does it mean shacking? Now, I mean, Sister Pixie, my thing is this on that. See, we that's what you may be we may be accustomed to, but we're talking about the Hebrew life, the Israelite life, the lifestyle that Israel lived. That's what we're looking at. So it's like these people that say, what was that dude's name? Carter something. And he was talking about how the Most High, God killed 2.5 million people. I don't know how he came up with that number, but Anyway, then he says Satan didn't kill nobody. See, now, this is what I'm talking about. He's trying to blend what knowledge he think he has now compared to biblical times. It ain't gonna never match up. Not on nobody's best day can you match those up, because one, the Most High don't make mistakes. Whatever laws he written back 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, there's not one mistake in his laws. Not one. There's things the Most High allowed. There's some things he flat out denounced. Now, mind you, was there a law of the alphabets during Abraham's time? Those laws was given to Moses. Abraham lived way before Moses. But the Most High showed his disdain for what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. He did. He showed that. So now, the Most High allowed Abraham to sleep with his handmaiden. He allowed a son to be born. He allowed that. He don't make mistakes. And we cannot take what we think we know, especially from a Babylonian mindset, and thinking we could take that over to the Hebraic way of life. It doesn't blend. Oil and water. It's not going to blend. It's not going to blend. That's one thing we have to contend with. We're seeing what's happening. And you know, there are going to be some, I ain't gonna say changes, because like I said, the Most High don't make mistakes. Oh, and you know what, truthfully, there's new covenants and things, yeah, but still, the Most High do not make mistakes. And if we go hold on to that, we know for a fact, hey, there's some things we will have to get rid of. Shalom, brother AJ. And we're at that time. Yeah, Zipporah, yes. Whatever. There was Leah's. What was Rachel? Because I think they were sisters though. Zipporah and the other one, I think they were sisters from a different mother. Because Leah and Rachel was from another mother. I mean, another wife. But she had, but those two, they was like blood sisters from the same mother. But I tell you, the information that we're coming upon, that we're understanding a whole lot more, it can be beneficial. A lot of brothers and sisters, I mean, they're going to have some issues with some of the things. Because one, we got accustomed to Babylon. And a lot of things, brothers and sisters, and don't forget this, they were doing Planned Parenthood on us from the word go. And it started with the churches. It started with the churches. So let's not get it twisted now. If you really want to get into it, get into it. What? They come off this thing like Billa. Yeah, that's it. That's her. Bill. There's a lot of things they knew about us. They knew that black women, Israel, they had a number of twins. Twins are the highest amongst black women, especially in Nigeria. I mean, what? The Most High said that we're going to be more numerous than our forefathers. He said we, us, the people, the ones he's going to take out of the four corners of the earth. He said that we're going to be more numerous than our forefathers. Let that sink in. How is that all going to happen? Come on now. Oh, brother, it's 2:15. Good night. I know all of that. Oh, man, good gracious. So, brothers and sisters, I'm going to talk with Sister Waters. I'm going to talk with her today. And I'm hoping that she'll be able to come on tomorrow, and then she can explain her song and then her services, what she do when her and her husband while they're here on this continent, and the things that they're doing. And at least you brothers and sisters will know, all right, I need to get their contact information and things of that nature. For you brothers and sisters planning to come to Africa, at least you'll have heads up what to prepare yourself for and things of that nature. And that's what we need, brothers and sisters. We need that communication going back and forth and have an understanding as to what we need to do and how we need to move. And on that note, brothers and sisters, you all keep your head on the swivel. You're seeing what's happening in this world. Now, I ain't talking about they're looking for some, they're planning, they're looking for some missing warheads. How do you come up? Well, let me shut up. See, this will lead down to a movie. And it seems like they can lose everything in a heartbeat. But like I said, brothers and sisters, that could be an excuse to say, hey, it's just like you just like you tell me, let me see, Sister Linda Cross. It's like you go tell me I lost my let me see. I lost my bum, brother Mike. And but you lying to me. You know you ain't you ain't lose no bum. So I'm around here searching all over the place for this thing. And you know you got this thing here. And then you light it somewhere else and it goes off. That's how I'm looking at the world. That's how I'm looking at the world. I'm looking at the country. They lied to us about everything else. What makes you think that I need to believe everything that you say? Because now it's going to force us. It's going to force us into prayer. Because if we did not Joseph give glory to the Most High before he even attempted to explain a dream, because he knew my reliance is upon him. The same thing, we got to do the same thing, brothers and sisters. We will have to practice the same method that Joseph did. Give glory to the Most High. He is the one who can explain anything. Ask him, wherever you live in that, ask the Most High, give me directions to which way I need to go. And on that note, brothers and sisters, I hope to see you all tomorrow. And if you can, like and share and subscribe to this channel. And for those that appreciate it, that's my Cash App is on the screen. We appreciate your donations. And you brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Of course, I'm telling you, they're on a whole different plateau. And the things that the Most High, things are turning, brothers. They're turning. We're at that time. They're turning. And it's for our benefit. Let's continue to move. When the Most High celestial chariot change direction, we need to switch with it. We need to move with it. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. And I hope to speak with you all tomorrow. Y'all willing, and be safe. Shalom.